Have you ever wondered if there is something special about men who suck their wives' vaginas? Listen carefully to this wise advice from a lady very knowledgeable about this phenomenon. You will be surprised. In the heart of an ancient city where the narrow, cobbled streets bear witness to centuries of history, there lived a lady called Lady Charlotte. Lady Charlotte was a revered figure, known for her immense wisdom and deep understanding of human complexity. Her white hair and bright eyes conveyed a calm that enchanted people of all ages. One sunny afternoon, as the cathedral bells rang across the city, a young couple approached with a doubt that seemed to burn in their hearts. "Dear lady," the young man began hesitantly, "is there anything special about men who suck their wives' vaginas? Would this cause a change in relationships?" Lady Charlotte, looking up at the blue sky and hearing the tinkling of bells, smiled softly before responding. She knew that teaching often involved engaging the listener in a story that touched the heart and mind. "Dear ones, I'm going to tell you a story that happened many years ago, when the city was still in its infancy and the streets were full of dreams and hopes. Once upon a time, there was a man named Henry, known for his generosity and courage. Henry loved a woman named Grace very much, and his love for her was like the vast and infinite sky. However, Henry still wondered if there was anything else he could do to show Grace how much he loved her. Henry and Grace shared many moments together, laughing and exploring the mysteries of the world. Henry was a dedicated man and always tried to make Grace happy. One night, under the soft light of the full moon, Henry decided to ask Grace what he could do to make their intimacy even more special. Grace, her eyes shining with love and trust, replied, "Enrico, true intimacy goes beyond the physical. It's about how we touch each other and how we show how much we care. If you want to please me, do it with love and affection." Lady Charlotte paused, allowing the story to resonate in the hearts of the young couple. Henry, inspired by Grace's words, began to explore new forms of intimacy, learned that sucking Grace's vagina was not just a physical act, but an expression of deep love and respect. Henry found that by doing this, he was showing Grace that he valued every part of her and that he was willing to do anything to make her happy. Over time, Henry realized that this gesture not only increased the physical bond between them, but also strengthened their emotional bonds, so that Grace felt loved, appreciated, which brought a new dimension to their relationship. Henry discovered that by dedicating time and attention to this act, he also received something in return, the deep satisfaction of seeing his lover completely happy and fulfilled. One evening, as they walked through the botanical gardens, Grace looked at Henry and said, "Thank you for always making me feel special. I learned that true intimacy is not just found in grand gestures, but in the small acts of love we share every day." Henry smiled and replied, "True love is made up of details, and I'm glad we can share these moments together." Henry and Grace's story doesn't end there. They continue to explore new ways to strengthen their relationship. They decide to embark on a journey together, visiting the places they always dreamed of visiting and having experiences that will enrich them even further beyond their connection. Each trip, each new adventure was an opportunity to meet and renew their vows of love. One day, while traveling through the mountains and enjoying the incredible views from the top, Henry and Grace came across an old monastery. Very curious, they decided to enter and were welcomed by an old monk who invited them to visit the place. The monk, realizing the special bond between the two, decided to share a secret he had learned over the years. "My beloved ones," began the monk, "true love is an endless path of discoveries. Each act of love, no matter how small, is a step towards a deeper connection. Sucking your wife's vagina is not just a physical gesture, it is a way of showing respect, admiration, and recognition for her beauty. By doing this, you will strengthen the bond between you, valuing and creating a space where you can be vulnerable and authentic. Lady Charlotte paused, examining the young couple in front of her. Henry and Grace learned that true intimacy is built day by day, gesture by gesture. They discovered that open communication and the willingness to explore new forms of love were essential to maintaining their relationship in a strong and healthy bond. And that's why they lived together for many years, always looking for ways to get even closer and to nourish their love with sincere and profound gestures. The young couple listened attentively, with their eyes reflecting the wisdom of the story. They thanked the lady with the inspiring feeling of greater connection to each other. When they returned home, they knew they had a new understanding of the depth and complexity of gestures of love and intimacy. In the days that followed, the couple applied Lady Charlotte's advice to their lives, began exploring open communication, learned to talk about their wants and needs without fear of judgment, and together discovered that trust and intimacy are not just physical acts, but rather the quality of the emotional bond they share. The couple realized that by freeing themselves from pressures and expectations, they could truly surrender to the present moment and enjoy each other's company in a full and satisfying way. As Henry and Grace's story spread across town, many other couples began to adopt a more compassionate and understanding approach to their relationships, learning that true intimacy rests on a foundation of acceptance and mutual respect, and that facing challenges together would strengthen the bond of love. Lady Charlotte, who watched from afar, smiled when she saw the impact of her words. She knew that her role was not only to preserve the stories of the past, but to use them to illuminate the present and guide the future with each story told, creating more and more strong the guiding thread of the network of human connections, strengthening the community with the values of respect, love, and acceptance. His wisdom was not only in his words, but also in his ability to inspire others to see the world with more sensitivity and intelligence, so that the city would be transformed into a place where love was not only expressed, but lived. In every gesture of kindness and love was reaffirming the ancient wisdom that Lady Charlotte shared so generously. For those of you who made it this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more of our videos.